All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be looking at the Travis Rudolph case that has basically happened. Going to be just taking a look at a little bit of it. He obviously won the case and was acquitted of the M word. Let me see if I could just find, because I didn't really know what was going on with the case. So just to make myself understand, we're going to go through a little bit of what was going on with this case, because I didn't understand it. All right, so this is a good source, I guess. Okay, so former Florida State and New York Giants football player Travis Rudolph was found not guilty Wednesday on all counts in a M case stemming from 2020, in which a unalive happened at his Florida home. A West Palm Beach jury issued the not guilty verdicts on one first-degree M charge and 3 counts of attempted first-degree M. They reached a decision after 4 hours of deliberation at the conclusion of a 2-week trial. The Palm Beach Post reports that the jury had the option of convicting him of lesser charges, including second-degree and manslaughter, but rejected them. Rudolph had been under house arrest since Circuit Judge Jeffrey Gillen rejected a stand-your-ground defense in March of 2022. The court ordered his house arrest monitoring device to be removed after the jury's verdict. The charges stem from a shooting Randolph's Lake Park, Florida home on April 7, 2021. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office documents state that Rudolph shot 2 men during an altercation. Sebastian Jean Jacques was found unalived in the passenger seat of a car fleeing the scene. Tyler Robinson was found alive in the backseat with a shot wound. The Post reports 2 other men were uninjured. Rudolph testifies that the 4 men showed up at his doorstep after midnight to confront him about a dispute that he had with a woman named Dominique Jones. Rudolph told the court that Jones hit him numerous times during the confrontation and denied accusations that he had hit her. He said that Jones told him after the confrontation, "I'm going to have my brother and them come over there and F you up and unalive you." That was the gist of what she was saying. The prosecutors argued that Rudolph was the aggressor in the shooting and escalated the altercation by introducing a semi-automatic rifle to the situation. Rudolph and his defense team, argued that he acted in self-defense as the men threatened and attacked him and his brother. Rudolph said the situation turned violent when the men showed up and he approached them in his driveway. He testified that 1 man sucker punched him and that the other 3 men then jumped him. He said that Robinson pulled out a firearm out of his pocket, and one of the men said, "Y'all gon' be unalived today." That's when I went inside to grab my firearm, Rudolph testified. He said he fired shots after one of the men pointed a gun at him. Doorbell camera footage shows video of the altercation between Rudolph and Jones, and again, when the men showed up at Rudolph's home, Rudolph is seen in the video running after the men with the gun in his hand. Jurors asked to see the footage during deliberations and ultimately delivered the not guilty verdicts. In this video, I know that was a lot, guys, but in this video, I'm going to be looking at from, I believe this is the Law and Crime YouTube channel. It says, "He shot at all of us. Emotional 911 call claims ex-NFL player grabbed gun and started shooting." Let's go. Gonna look at this one. And I believe that's the woman's brother. But that's crazy that they made that his sister was making them out to be victims. That's the crazy part about all of that.
This game.
He was making them out to be victims when she was threatening to get him.
Okay, we have help on the way here. We're sending police and paramedics. And you say you can't tell where on the body he was shot, right?
I can't tell.
All right, and you're playing a road where on the 40th Street.
There's a gas station, the Van Auto Park, something.
What is about with? Okay, again, is he on 23?
And you know what? Let me go on to what's that woman's name? Her name is Pink Book Lessons. She had a video on this, so like, that'll really put it in perspective everything for me. See here, it says jealous woman lied on him. Let's get her perspective on this.
I probably did tell him that.
So that was an important fact to tell him, right?
Just for the simple fact that I found out there was a shooting, yes, I believe that I needed to. I wanted him to know because there was a shooting. Show me where my brother took his gun with him. Show it to me. But you're telling me something that you're asking me a question. I'm letting you know my answer. So if you don't have proof right in front of my face, then you can't sit here and tell me anything. I'm telling you.
Okay, enough. Next
crazy.
question.
Exactly. Next question.
You're not just trying to distance yourself, right?
Distance myself from what?
Well, you didn't want anyone to know that you were communicating with them because you didn't want to get in trouble.
Get in trouble for what?
Well, you could have been in trouble for setting this whole thing up and setting this in motion. Weren't you concerned?
Setting what up? Your client shot 84 rounds. There was no shots back. What did I set up?
Well, you sent somebody to go shoot him,
You
didn't
still
you?
trying to
Did he
look
get
like
shot?
the victim here.
You sent somebody to shoot him, did you not?
Did he get shot?
All right, Ms. Jones, you need to answer the questions, not ask them.
Seriously.
All right, next question.
State of Florida versus Travis Rudolph. Defendant, verdict. We, the jury, find as follows. As to count 1, we find the defendant not guilty. As to count 2, we find the defendant. As to count 3, we find the defendant.
I mean, now I wonder, like, are charges going to be brought up against her for, like,
Not
perjury?
But officially, the jury found him innocent on all 4 counts.
Travis, you're smiling big right now. Now that you're officially acquitted, can you walk us through what the past 2 years were like, knowing that you didn't do anything wrong?
So that's what the last 2 years have been for me.
It's crazy, bro.
Listen, there's a good chance somebody's trying to hack your website right now.
When a woman accuses a man of something, boy, it is put all
I believe
over
this
the
was
news.
the most ridiculous trial of 2023 that should have
All
never
over the
happened.
news.
This whole circus surrounding this woman's lies. She lied on this man here. She lied on the stand. No doubt about it. She's a big fat liar. Why is everyone here? Well, the defendant was on trial. That's Travis Rudolph, former NFL player, most known for his college football career at Florida State University. Shout out to FSU in Tallahassee, everybody from Ridge Road to Tennessee Street to Monroe Street.
Okay.
Travis is from Palm Beach County, and that's where this all took place. As mentioned, he was big time in college at FSU. He was with the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. He ended up getting hurt. It was a torn ACL, and that was basically it for him in the NFL.
Okay.
He got better and was entertaining a contract in the Canadian Football League, but before he could make it out, this out-of-control toxic woman ruined his life. This Tasmanian devil will be Dominique Jones. Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. If you're watching from Palm Beach County, let me know below. Dominique Jones was dealing with Travis Rudolph for less than a year, but she saw that he was getting a contract with the CFL and she wanted to go too. Things really started going downhill on Valentine's Day 2021 because Dominique believed that he only did the bare minimum for her. They weren't seeing each other for a month and a half because Dominique had a BBL and was at her family's house recovering. At the same time, Travis was in Miami working out and training to get back right after his injury. There was little contact between the two of them. Dominique definitely wanted Travis to take her more seriously. She would often put hands on him and would fall out crying and begging him to be his girlfriend. She kept asking him,
There's the problem right there. There's the red flag right there. She putting hands on dude. Like, what? She putting hands on you. And you still, like, come on, Travis. You was still associating with her after she put her hands on you, bro? Like, come on now. Any woman that puts their hands on you deserves to go to jail, bro. If a man like bruh, if a man can't defend himself, like how, like where's the gray area of like basically justice for men? Like how does a man get justice if a woman puts hands on him and he can't touch it and he can't, do anything to, defend himself, but like maybe like hold her arms from like hitting him or her head from like trying to headbutt him or something like that, or feet from trying to kick him or something like that. Like, where's the justice for a man in that type of situation? Seriously.
So despite all the reports, everyone calling this woman his ex-girlfriend, Travis says that he was not in an official relationship with this woman.
Good.
In a roundabout way, saying we just be cool and we ain't going steady. Word to Rocco. That would explain why this woman was married while she's telling the
She
world that he
was
was cheating on her by
married?
talking to another woman, which is what started all of this when they linked up at his family's home on April 7th, 2021.
Whoa,
How are you complaining
go
about who
back,
he's
go
talking
back,
to?
go
Well,
back,
y'all
go
not
back. What?
cool and get we ain't going steady. Word to Rocco. That would explain why this woman was married while she's telling the world that he was cheating on her by talking to another woman, which is what started all of this when they linked
Damn,
up at his
she's
family's
married?
home on April 7th, 2021.
Trifling.
How are you complaining about who he's talking to? Well, y'all are not even in a committed relationship.
Mm.
Since when did the 304 believe her role was to gatekeep?
Man.
So yeah, somehow this crazy flamingo got into his phone, saw another woman in there, and thought that she had some type of authority to question him. And you know, them not being committed and her being married
Yeah.
to another man, something that she hid from Travis, she did not disclose to him that she was married at all. Yeah, that was indeed trifling. But what she ended up doing later that night was the most dirty, evil thing that anybody could do. This woman initiated and escalated an argument with Travis because she was jealous of another woman. She started going off on him, calling him broke. So he got back at her and said that she was just jealous because the other woman looked better than her. That right there was a big blow to her ego, especially after Dominique had just had a BBL. You cannot tell her that she's not all that when she just went through all that to be deemed more attractive
She
than other.
spent she either spent her own money or spent somebody else's money to go get a BBL, and all he told her was that you jealous because the chick I'm with now looks better than you. Damn, it's a cold world we live in, huh? Very cold world that we live in. When a man tells a woman she don't look good, she don't look good. Hey, man, and that's all it took. Crazy.
Other women just to find out that even with your surgery, it still didn't make you more attractive than other women. Yeah, that was a big blow to her pride. So instead of getting up and going home, Dominique started beating on him, throwing stuff around the house, tearing up and smashing his belongings. His brother Daryl, who was in the other room, realized that Dominique was out of control and she had to go. At some point, Daryl even got upset with Travis for allowing her to come over there. He stepped in and they started telling her she had to leave. She didn't want to leave. Dominique continued to tussle and put hands on Travis. She also hit his brother in the process. Then Dominique went even further. She decided she was going to hit Travis in the head with a bottle. It was some kind of alcohol bottle. Travis was shocked, but he still never hit her back. And I'm sorry, at that point, when she started putting hands on him,
Yeah, right? Like how you gonna be hitting me, hitting my brother, and then went and got a bottle and hit me over the head with a bottle, bro. At this point, I'm putting hands on you. Forget all the laws about not putting hands on a woman. Like once a woman decides to go grab a weapon and decide to hit a man in the head, like some women would even agree and say like once a woman puts their hands on a man, she gets what she deserves. This is universal with women and men. I believe men. There are men and women that agree on this one. If a woman puts her hands on a woman. If a woman puts hands on a man, she should be ready to cash the check that comes with that. But once you start getting into like going to go get bottles and weapons and and hitting me with it, like all that, like not touching a woman goes out the window to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. It goes out the window. Like I understand mans didn't want to get like charges put up on them, but like at the same time, dog. You about to get you got a whole contusion because this woman done took a bottle and hit you in the head with it, bro. You got a whole concussion. Like, come on now. Like at some point you got to like do something, man. Like, come on.
that's when he should have been able to defend himself.
That's what I'm saying.
They just told her to leave. And honestly, they should have called the police.
They
on
already
but
told her to
Daryl,
leave
Travis'
and she ain't
brother, said
leaving.
He didn't want to get her in trouble. Worst mistake ever. Because look at all the trouble she got his brother into. After this Tasmanian devil finished spinning around their house in the front yard, tearing up stuff, this woman left the house, contacted her little brother who was supposed to be in medical school, and all his friends, who she also called her brothers. She lied to them and told them that Travis pushed her down and to go shoot his ass up.
Look what happens when a woman lies.
Really? A candlestick? Do you think you include?
Was all in a group chat with her little brother and his friends saying all of this. And one of the guys responded and said Travis was a dead man walking. All of them wanted to protect her honor. None of them investigated her claims.
Exactly.
Were you aware before you left for Mr. Rudolph's house that your sister had smashed Travis's cell phone?
No.
Lame.
Did your sister tell you prior to going over there to have a talk that she hit him over the head with a trophy?
No.
Lame. Wow.
Did your sister tell
No.
you before you went over there to have this chat that she smashed his PlayStation?
No.
Did she tell you that she picked up a tequila bottle and hit him over the head?
No.
Did she tell you that she called Tierney, his sister, and threatened to have him killed?
No.
Did she tell you that she called his mother, Linda, and made threats to her as well?
No.
You didn't know any of that?
No.
If you had known any of that, would that have changed what you did?
I'm unsure.
Dominique also called Travis's mother and his older sister with these threats about how she was going to send her brothers to come over there. Travis's mom went into a panic. She had just lost her husband, their father, a couple of years ago when he was working as a maintenance guy at a club in Palm Beach, and what they say was an accidental shooting. A weapon went off and the bullet went through a wall in the club where their father was working. This is why her son Daryl ended up moving home with her to help her with everything, and the main reason why Travis purchased guns and got his license to carry for the safety of him and their family. When Dominique was going off, their mother was not home, but after she called her, their mother quickly went home to see what was going on. Late that night, Dominique's brothers and his friends, they all jumped into Dominique's mother's car. 4 guys in that car and a few other guys said they would meet them over there. They decided to park down the road after passing back and forth on the street, scoping out the Rudolph residence. All of this caught on a Ring camera. The altercation with the guys and everything that led up to it, down to Dominique putting her hands on Travis. So these crash dummies parked down the street. They walked up to the front door with hoodies on and black clothes. This is after midnight too. One of the guys, Sebastian Jean-Jacques, started banging on the door like he was the police. Daryl answered the door, and the group of men said they were looking for his brother Travis. Travis came out the door, arguing went on. Then at some point, Travis and Daryl's mom ran out the door and said, look, it was all a lie. She had proof from her doorbell that captured everything, proving that Dominique was lying. These idiots, Dominique's brother and his friends, they didn't want to hear it. It didn't matter that Dominique was lying.
Ridiculous.
And his mother.
And then the dumb part is that her brother is in medical school. Boy, your future down the drain because of your sister's lies, man. Your whole future down the drain because your sister lied, bro. And you couldn't just ask her, like, are you sure that's like that? You gonna stick with that story? Are you sure that's what happened? Like, got your friend, like, she got your friend killed all because she lied. It's a sick world we live in, bro. Just the fact of what one white lie can do. One white lie can cause so much destruction.
They had the proof. They wanted to get at Travis. At that time, you had 4 guys against 2. It was a brawl in the front yard. One of them told Travis he was on demon time. Travis would die and showed his gun. Travis ended up getting away, went inside the house, but his brother was still outside. He came back outside with his AR-15. He ended up slipping and falling, but he got back up. He gave them a warning. He told them to leave. That's when Travis saw one of the guys who had a gun was about to shoot him, so he started shooting. 39 rounds. 2 guys got hit. They all got into the car. Instead of driving to the hospital a couple of minutes down the road, these guys did not get medical attention right away for their friend. Instead, they allegedly rode around, possibly trying to get rid of weapons or something. Sebastian Jean-Jacques, the same guy that was banging on the door, wouldn't get medical treatment until over an hour later when he was announced deceased at the hospital. Dominique, who was responsible for setting up all of this, she went to go delete messages. She was looking up attorneys, trying to figure out an excuse for all of this, Googling self-defense and attorneys. Her deleted messages, though, were uncovered anyway because she was in a group chat and the officers got a hold to the messages from the other guy's phones. When she got in court, Dominique tried to make it seem like her order for her brothers to, quote, go shoot his ass up meant something else and she was just having an emotional outburst.
Goofy.
She said all she wanted them to do was talk to Travis.
Goofy.
I didn't say shoot him.
She goofy. Goofy.
When you're angry, you say things. I'm sure everyone in this courtroom has said something.
Yeah, but nobody goes and lies. Nobody goes lies. Nobody goes and lies and goes and tells their family members to come, tells their relative to go and shoot up somebody's house just because they didn't get their way. Like that's taking lying to another level.
I'm trying to speak. If you want me to answer your question, you have to let me answer your question.
If you were responsive to my question, I wouldn't have.
All right.
Goofy.
Answer the question, please.
Okay. Can you repeat your question?
The question was, what does it mean in the context of that text?
Anything but him.
Okay. So it could have been.
She can't even lie correctly.
Nothing violent. Toward
She can't even lie.
I was upset and my adrenaline was running and I said something that I didn't mean. That's the bottom line of that.
This woman is a liar and her brother is a liar along with all his friends. I believe this is a travesty. They have the wrong person on trial. Travis made a claim that all of this was self-defense and tried to invoke the stand your ground law, but a judge dismissed that. Let's be honest though, a black man doesn't really have the right to defend himself for real. If anybody is doing anything to him, he's expected to run away and allow himself to be a victim. And in my opinion, all of these men come into your house in the middle of the night with hoodies on, banging on the door in all black. They did not come
and
to
then
talk.
my family and then my family is present. My family's present, bro. Like my family is present. My mom is around, my brother is around. Like, come on, bro. You got me in fear of my life. What else am I supposed to do? They got me in fear of my life, bro.
Guy said he was on demon time, and all of them should have been blasted and sent
The
straight
demon
to
time
hell.
thing.
Too bad evil wicked witch should have been sent to hell too. Dominique set all of this up, and her brother and his friends followed her orders. They're the ones responsible for their own friend's life being taken, as well as the friend himself for getting involved in this mess, blindly defending Dominique. Travis was facing 4 life sentences. If they did not have a fair and competent jury, this man would have been sent to prison forever for the rest of his life.
For the rest of his life, and she would have been okay with it.
Producers, if you struggle,
She would have been right okay with it.
Didn't happen. The jury was fair here. It didn't take them long to get down to the bottom of this. Not long at all. It was like 3 hours. I still have a problem with the prosecutors. They had the wrong defendants on trial. It should have been Dominique, her brother Keyshawn, and his friends Chris and Tyler up there, not Travis. Instead, the state defended the criminals. When this first happened, you had the media cover.
They probably couldn't find the rest of his friends, bro. They probably didn't want to be found and brought to court because they wouldn't have had the right things to say anyway. It ain't no way to dance around this and give a correct answer of why the hell 4 people went to somebody's house when my friend, his sister said that they should come and do whatever to this man. Like, there's no way to explain that. They probably didn't even want to be found to come to court.
Covering Sebastian's death like he was some sweet innocent victim who was just looking for peace. They did not tell the public what happened for real. They had his mama up there like her baby was an angel, and all of that attention helped her raise.
They always find a way, man. But see, if this is how it works. That's how it works. That's how the law works.
Over $20,000 on GoFundMe for a man who went to attack another man in the middle of the night, wearing hoodies and all black with other friends, and they had weapons on.
Somebody gave them. So wait a minute. People gave them $21,000. 21, bro.
He died while committing a crime, and outside of himself, if anybody else is responsible, it would be Dominique who sent him over there.
I don't wish death on nobody, but bro, you play stupid, you win stupid prizes, bro.
The day simping is dangerous. These women will book you for a fight, and you can lose your freedom or your life. All of these surviving simps should be locked up. Chris, Tyler, Keyshawn, and Dominique.
Facts.
These Florida prosecutors should be ashamed of themselves. They got the wrong person, it's obvious. And then the way these people handled themselves on the stand was just ridiculous. We're going to go back and review it all, so I want you to go ahead and click the link below right now to subscribe to the channel where we're going to discuss all of this. Go ahead and subscribe right now. The link is below. Make sure you turn the notification bell on as well so you do not miss my updates. I'm going to have a lot of case studies over there. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Special thank you to Leslie. I appreciate you, Leslie, for all of your support, as well as Edmund. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balance analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel.
Yeah, man. At the end of the day, a man dodged jail for defending himself against a lying woman who sent 4 people to come and do some type of harm to him because he didn't want her anymore and he was seeing another woman and they were never actually officially together. Shout outs to Travis Rudolph, man, and on to the next one.